Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for the support of the channel. Got my nice coffee right here. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I just noticed the patch that used to be there is long gone. Now it's just a black coffee cup. Anyway, we are here on Himmel's Tundradorf, and you will note that I am less than pleased by this particular deployment. I'm glad the 100-01 and the SMV CC67 have gone to the back corner. That's very nice. The other CC67 is going to the other back corner. At least he's able to support me. And only myself and the Udez. Shout out, by the way, to Kratos 1315, Clan Divas. He and I had a little bit of teamwork here that ended up being nice. But I fully expected, and I believe I already typed, I didn't show it to you because I already whined about how this is a problem, right? Horrible deployment or something. I like to feature these where I piss and moan about something like that, where we win, where we figure it out, because I think it helps the thought process when the game goes different enough. All right. Now I'm looking at this going, okay, I didn't like the deployment. Obviously, I'd like to have the BZs we had here on the hill absolutely crushing the face out of anything that's on this hill. But they're going to go over there, and a lot of them are going to go. So let's see how they handle the heavy area. If they can do some good work over there and push through, that's great. The problem is, can we hold out long enough with just 2 tanks and an SMV? That's the question. And, of course, what does the purple team do? That's really the big question here, right? So a lot of times, I'll go to these places. I consider this to be the more important terrain on this map, at least initially, and maybe even later in the game as well. But we don't necessarily have to take it, and I certainly don't want to YOLO up there and die trying to do it. What we do need to do is neutralize it a bit, see what the enemy team does, and then try to work around that. So the question becomes, okay, bad deployment, it is what it is, it's what we've got, how do we work around it? All right, even though I complained earlier, I try not to ever really give up in this game. It happens on occasion, but generally I don't. And this is a challenge. Let's figure out if there's a way to win this. And like I said, a lot of it has to do with what the enemy team does. Well, he gives me a free shot because I see him moving, and I go, crap. Progetto, Barask, and an LTTB, and just me and a 14-5. This is not great. So let's come up here. We'll just kind of hold on for a second. Maybe we can get them to be a little, take a few risks or be a little foolish. Maybe I can get this SMV to give us a little fire support. And for the moment, at least, they're not wrapping around and through us. And there goes our heavies. They're pushing into their heavies. And I was a little bit surprised as well. I probably should have taken that shot. Well, I think he would have popped out and shot me back. Their 832s went over to that side. Oh, that's good. So there's a little bit of SA right off the bat. They sent their Tornwagen and 2 832s to that side. Now, what's going on over there, guys, is people in hold-down tanks going herder. I like to go to the hold-down spot. I consider this a better hold-down spot and more important, but whatever. They're over there. Let's see what they do. And the Defender's over there. So I'm kind of adding all this up going, Defender, 832, 832, Tornwagen. I've seen some mediums. There's some TDs. Okay, there's not actually a lot over here. Now, we don't have enough right now to get the hill, but let's keep working on it. Let's talk really quickly about this T-42. This is not nearly as bad a tank as I thought it was, to be honest. I'm quite enjoying it. It's fairly average overall, but I will say the turret is kind of nice. I want to say it's about 200 millimeters, I think, and it's got a decent shape. It's kind of got that American egg shape thing going on. But it's a decently bouncy turret. All right, both of us noticed the 152 at the same time. See the ISU moving around? He's down in the flat. He's actually getting sandwiched by a couple tanks, and I really liked that me and the Kratos guy both noticed at the same time, and here we come. Absolutely. There's no comms here. I'm trying not to spin him out or anything or get in his way. So we'll just do this. We'll just aim in. Good shot on him. Now, what I don't want... Now, I figure that thing's dead, so I don't keep pushing in there. What I don't want is for them to go, oh, there's nobody here now. Let's push down and around and start to take me and Kratos on in the open right there. It's a little early, so I don't really expect it. We do kill the ISU. They killed the Carnarvon, I believe, on the other side of the map. So things are looking up a little bit. I come back this way, and let's start thinking about, hey, are they being foolish? Can I get some shots? Can I maybe start picking a few guys off? Our heavies are really fully engaged, and it turns out in this game, that's where the big fight is, and that's where our beef is. Okay, fair enough. What can I do over here to help this? Well, they got a lot of tanks over here, really, between just me and Kratos is sort of looking down in the low. I have to be careful. I'm really worried right now that they're all going to come swarming off this hill, take me out, sweep around, and take out Kratos. Now he's coming back. So I see his little marker moving this way. I'm going to go a little wide. Let's see if we can maybe get a shot over here on one of these guys if they're not paying attention. You do have to watch right here. Once you get a little high up in this area, they can get shots on you, so we'll back out. And I'm just looking for those shots. Things are going okay on the other side. Looks like they're pushing through a bit, and then I see Kratos moving up, and I'm like, all right, dude, let's do this. These guys are hurt enough, I think, between you and I. The Barras took some hits, and the Progetto, I'm going to miss this shot. No, I do get that shot. The LHMTV's up there. The Barras is trying to run. And I missed that shot. Now, that's a bummer. So I kind of ignore the LTTB. He's going to take some good chunks out of me. That's actually a pretty good gun on that silly tank, but the Barras jumps off that way. And I'm like, oh shit, I need to turn around. He's going to get another shot on me. Yep, he sure does. There goes the LHMTV. I don't want him to get away, so we'll kill him. There we go. And another shot from the LTTB. So he's really abusing me. Let's get this CS-53 out because he's now taking on my bud there. We nuke him. I'm going to eat another shot from that dude. And now there's both of us on him. So that's going to work out. I don't know why he changed his direction of shot or his focus onto the UDES. I think it would have kept it on me right there. But a little teamwork makes the dream work right here, and we kill that dude working together. That's probably a good Q-tip right there. Quick tactic tip is when you're fighting somebody, just kind of roll into that right here. When you're 2-on-1 with someone like that and they're very maneuverable, try to disrupt them, ram them, pin them, and it works as well even if they're not very fast or not very nimble. The more you can knock into them and knock their shots off and stuff, the better off you are. And now we've got the hill. And that's what I said. You know, we didn't necessarily have to have the hill. We kind of neutralized it to some extent. It was a bit of a sideshow. Kratos jumps off of the edge right there and loses some hit points. I spend a little too much time dicking around on the hill up here. I'm kind of looking for shots, but look at that heavy fight over there still going on. Now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get off this hill without dying. Now I'm going to go for it, because unfortunately my buddy down there, the 703, took a big hit. Look at that, Kratos went up and around and behind, so I kind of wish I'd been in there a little bit sooner. So he moves in there, now the Tornwagen knows he's in a bit of trouble. Now we're going to double team this guy. So he can only pay attention to one of us. Pushes after Kratos and put another shot in this guy right here. I was thinking about going for a track and damage, but it looked like at that angle I needed to just take the damage. I'm going to try to bump him again if I can. There we go. So no idea if that kept him from shooting my ally there or not, but that was the general idea. Try to bump into him and make it hard for him to shoot. So I'll just follow this guy around. And we have a pretty good little game there, 2,442. I don't think I get any more shots in there. And we kind of figured out how to win. So I didn't like the deployment. As it turned out to be the right deployment. So fantastic. Sometimes that happens in the game. Don't get too mad if you're not seeing what you think you want to see, and then try to figure out how to win. So I went over there and said, well, somebody's got to kind of watch this. Maybe I can get up to the hill. Nope, not initially. I don't want to walk into the autoloaders. West side was doing okay. A couple snipers took some big hits on the dudes that were up on the hill poking over, and all of a sudden I saw my buddy going in there, and I said, you know what, let's do this. Let's clean these guys up together. We'll retake the hill, and then whatever possibility that hill had of causing issues with our team is now negated. All right, so we were a bit of a sideshow, but we kept that locked down over there and helped figure out how to win, and both of us cranked out some pretty good damage there. 2,400 for me. That's all I've got for today, man. If you see a bad deployment, try to work with it, try to work around it. Still keep in the context of the meta and the game and what you're trying to do overall, but you're going to have to adjust fires. It's not always going to go the way you think it should go, and sometimes it actually works out better. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you.